Bonjour et bienvenue à Bonjour, Hello, Hola. Today we're going to talk about negation in French. In other words, how to say things like not, never, nothing, and nobody. If you speak English, French negation might feel a little strange at first because French uses two words to make a negative sentence. But don't worry, we'll go through it step by step. Let's start off with the most common form of negation in French, saying not. To do so, you'll use ne, pas. In French, ne goes before the verb and pas goes after the verb. So for an example, in the affirmative, to say I speak French, you would say je parle français. If you want to change that sentence and say I do not speak French, it would become je ne parle pas français. So think of it like this equation. Ne plus the verb plus pas equals a negative sentence. So for some more examples, you'll have je n'aime pas le café, and it's really important to notice here that ne becomes an apostrophe, so n with an apostrophe, before a vowel or a silent H. Il ne travaille pas aujourd'hui. And nous ne comprenons pas. Now, let's say that you want to say you never do something. This changes that formula that we have slightly. So you will replace pas with jamais, which means never. So a couple of examples here. Je ne voyage jamais means I never travel. Elle ne mange jamais de viande. She never eats meat. So just remember, when you're trying to say never, you do not say ne pas jamais, just ne jamais. To say nothing, we use ne rien. Je ne comprends rien. Il n'a rien dit. Again, rien replaces pas. To say nobody or no one, we use ne, personne. Examples, je ne vois personne means I see nobody. Personne ne parle means nobody is speaking. An important note here is that when personne is the subject, it comes before the verb, but you still keep ne. If you want to say that you don't do anything any longer, so no longer or not anymore, you use ne plus. Couple of examples for you. Je ne travaille plus ici means I no longer work here, and elle n'habite plus à Paris, she doesn't live in Paris anymore. Again, because that H is silent on habite, you need to change the ne to an apostrophe. So here's a quick comparison chart for you to help you understand how you can get from the English version to the French version when you're forming these negations. And just a quick tip is that in spoken French, especially in casual conversation, you often won't hear people say ne before the verb. So they'll change je ne sais pas to je sais pas. J'ai jamais vu ça. Il comprend rien. But for grammar, writing, exams, and beginners, it's really important to use both parts of the negation, and you can drop that out when you feel more comfortable speaking French. And that's the basics of French negation. Start with ne pas and then slowly add jamais, rien, personne, and plus as you get more comfortable. If you found this lesson helpful, feel free to like, subscribe, and check out our other French grammar videos. À bientôt, and thanks so much for joining us on Bonjour, Hello, Hola.